This week's episode of the Run, Eat, Drink podcast is brought to you by listeners like you. Head on over to patreon.com/runeatdrinkpodcast and subscribe today. Fans, founders, and insiders like you help us keep the Run, Eat, Drink podcast going, and we thank you for your support.
I am Bart Yasso, and you're listening to the Run, Eat, Drink podcast.
Welcome to the Run, Eat, Drink podcast. We feature destination races from across the country, and after the race, we take you on a tour of the best local food and beverage to celebrate. So whether you are an elite runner or a back of the packer like us, you'll know the best places to accomplish, explore, and indulge on your next runcation. Hey, welcome to episode 191 of the Run, Eat, Drink podcast. I'm your host, Amy.
And I'm your co-host, Dana. We are closing in. I'm telling you.
We're live.
And yes, we are doing it live.
I thought you were going to say we're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
But we are closing in on a milestone, if you will.
I don't know what it is. I like the round numbers. I think that's so, that's a goal. I don't know why it's a goal. It's just a goal. It's like watching your odometer roll over in your car.
In reality, though, we've done way more than 200. It's just I have to give a shout out to Mike Rallman and Ricky and Pam and hashtag Scotty G over there on the Be Our Guest podcast, because they just celebrated 2,000 episodes. But they say the same thing that we say. It's we're headed to 200, but it's really over 200. They got to 2,000, but it's really over 2,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is so many podcast episodes.
Yeah. So we're doing it live, and we're watching the chat, and
I'm sharing it here right now. So give me a second and talk amongst yourselves as I'm doing that. But we are having people popping into the chat already. We've got patron Josh, and we've got Rhonda Lee.
Patron Rhonda Lee International.
Yes.
It's international now, our show.
And Katie from Popping the Popcorn.
Excellent.
And Dan Rams from
the Cape Coral Running Group.
Mouse Ears and Magic podcast.
Yay.
Oh, the candy corn. He's asking the question
about the candy corn. And for anybody who is new to the podcast, who has not gone and listened to the back catalog, which is on runeatdrink.net or in your favorite podcatcher, as you like to say, last year at this time, we put out a really pretty graphic before our Thanksgiving live stream. And since we're going to be out of town for Thanksgiving, we thought we would record the show live. And so we would have an opportunity to be live with everybody who has supported our show to be able to say thank you this year. But last year's live, we put out this nice, pretty graphic of a beautiful Thanksgiving plate, said we were going to sit down and have Thanksgiving dinner with our people, and it was candy corn. It was Brock's that put out candy corn flavored like Thanksgiving dinner elements.
Yes, and that includes not only the sweet, like you would expect, like candied yams or pecan pie.
Yeah.
But it also included the savory items like turkey and gravy.
Yes.
Green beans. Yeah.
Carrots.
Carrots.
I think
yeah.
James is going to keep us honest. He will tell us if he remembered that. I thought there were like carrots in that.
There were.
And it was just not pleasant. That might have been one of the funniest things, aside from in addition to, I guess I should say, the hot sauce experiment.
Yeah. The hot sauce experiment was epic.
Yes. So we may or may not in this house have candy corn, James J. Williams, and we may or may not be waiting for the end of Dana's challenge. Because
we learned candy corn is not vegan. Yeah. It has gelatin, which
apparently
is not vegan. So we're having to wait to have that.
But it's in the house. I just want you to know. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. And
this year
it may be coming to Alabama. That's all.
It actually has different flavors this year.
New and exciting stuff.
So I am excited to try that. I think people will be very amused, and maybe we'll send some to one lucky listener.
Yeah, like we did last year.
One
lucky listener, people. Who do you think that'll be?
Could it be you?
It might be you. But this is also our chance. This episode tonight. I mean, we had some fun with that. We had some fun with the hot sauce episode. Tonight, episode 191. The title is simply Giving Thanks. And we thought we would take this opportunity to pause to give thanks around running, eating, and drinking over this past year from Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving with all of you, kind of what we're thankful for, spend a little time with the people who support us, who've encouraged us, who
discovered us during this time,
and who have been with us. And we thought we would give you all an opportunity to call in.
Yes.
And so I haven't hooked up the phone yet.
Yes.
And I see that JoJo and Jessica are in the chat. We have shout outs. We have a little bit of running, eating, and drinking fodder between us, like what we're thankful for. And then we will open the phone lines. And
we'll have the number up on screen in just a minute.
Yes, but we will. And I haven't hooked up the phone.
As evidenced by the last time we did a live call in, we don't have a phone switcher.
We don't.
We are adding equipment slowly but surely to the studio. A phone like a tele. Man, I'm dating myself. We don't have a multi-line phone system, so if we have one person on the line and somebody else calls in, we can hear it on the broadcast. So we're going to let you all know when to call.
It's true. So, and we have a couple of written emails that we received.
Yes.
And I didn't check, within the last hour. So it's right up until the last hour that we have those emails. And then we may or may not have a voicemail that we could play, unless Josh is going to call in as well.
Well, looking at the banter back and forth with James and Josh, it looks like
he's working and driving.
He's working and driving, so we don't want you doing anything that's unsafe.
So we'll play the message.
Yeah, you be very, very safe.
Yeah,
driving.
We'll play the message, and
we've got more people jumping in. Of course, we got John Schroeder, we've got Meg Brower, we got JoJo.
Oh, I got another one. Okay,
Jessica. I mean, thank you. We're glad that everybody is piling in. Please take a minute also to share tonight's episode on your respective social media. Let people know that we're over here doing this. We'd appreciate that. This is the only live stream we're going to do tonight. We're not doing a separate one for Instagram.
No. So we'll do this, and we know we'll be traveling for Thanksgiving, and so we may not have a live stream on Thanksgiving proper, which is typically has become our day, typically Thursday.
Yes.
So I have 3 different email messages. I checked one last time.
Okay.
I have 3 different email messages to share. And of course, we'll need your help in reading the eloquent words.
Okay. Well, when it gets to that point, I can do that.
And then I'll hook up. And so should we start?
We can absolutely start.
With shout-outs?
Well, should we pour a beverage before we begin?
Yes, since this is kind of a combination episode and live stream, we should pour beverages. Who wants to see the beverages?
Well, here's the same exact pint glasses we always use.
And I know that people who may be listening back in the podcast feed to this, we have just shown Tampa Beer Run glasses.
My favorite race does not give you a medal at the end. It gives you pint glasses. Or one of my favorite races.
Yes. And so, we've collected them over the times that we have.
We have. Yeah. But people are asking, Dana, how could you possibly be having a beverage when you have not finished your challenge and you cannot have any alcohol during this time? Right?
Yes, Dana. Why? I see so many comments in the chat.
So the reason for that, we explored non-alcoholic beer last week from a relative newcomer to our beer consciousness, which is Athletic Brewing Company. And while I was at the grocery store this week, I'm walking down the aisle and had no intention of stopping anywhere near the freezer or refrigerator case where there was beer. And lo and behold, I actually found not one, but two non-alcoholic brews from relatively well-known microbrew or craft brew companies. The first one we're going to try tonight is Lagunitas IPNA, non-alcoholic IPA.
Apparently. Who knew?
Who knew, right?
Who knew? Yeah. Jessica, you're living your best life,
and
by
I'm
the
showing
way.
this off on the camera just so that people can see what the label looks like.
And you can always go back to our YouTube channel and watch so you can see, or back in our podcast page feed on Facebook.
And this is sold in, well, at least I located it in a 6-pack that is glass bottles. And it was just right there with all the other beer.
Yeah. This... the IPNA. This non-alcoholic IPA uses the same ingredients found in our highly balanced IPAs: hops, malt, yeast, and water, and thus the same deliciousness. But it was brewed without the ceremonial fez and ancient incantations that normally take it over the edge, leaving it at less than 0.5 ABV.
There we go.
So let's start the show.
Let's start it
by saying Happy Thanksgiving and thank you to everyone who is a part of the Runcation Nation. We love you and we appreciate your support.
Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving. Like it's hoppy.
It's got a little hop hit up front. It's got, I think, a mild to moderate carbonation, but a very light body.
Yeah.
And as I'm going through comments here, Trip Billy is in the comments over on YouTube. Hey, Trip.
Yeah, Trip.
Jessica is in line at Disney World, Magic Kingdom, at Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Oh, I love that ride. It makes me think of childhood. I'm very thankful for my father, who actually submitted a message to us this week. So,
and thank you, James, for dropping the exact comment I asked in the comment section. I appreciate that.
I told you it was there even before you saw it.
Pamela Diedrich, welcome.
Yay.
We met. Yes, we certainly did. And by the way, Pamela, thank you for popping in. If you listened to last week's episode, which is up in the feed, we shout you out.
We do.
Pamela's the young lady we talked about who
on the 10K
has, and if you check out her photo here in the video, she had that awesome Cruella running costume.
So great. So great. I love it. So, yes. No, what does she say?
Oh, there's some discussion about the different mountains at Disney going on in the comment sections.
Yes.
So,
I'm thankful for Disney and for Jessica being able to get there. Speaking of what we are thankful for, we're thankful for 2 brand new patrons.
We are.
Yes.
That's right.
2.
So here's the shout outs.
Yay. So this week we were so fortunate to receive email messages that alerted us to our 2 newest $5 patrons at the founder level, Jessica, Lynn O'Keefe.
Yes.
Harley Running Gal.
You see her in the chat
on Instagram. And Jennifer Fink, the Finkster, hashtag the Finkster, I believe is the correct one. But Josh, correct me if if I'm wrong. Congratulations and thank you on being a part of patreon.com/runeatdrinkpodcast and supporting our show. We're so grateful and thankful for all of that support. And you've allowed us to do so much, and being a part of that will continue to allow us to do so much. And on runeatdrink.net, we have a patron wall, and your names are in lights, ladies, so thank you.
Yes.
Yay.
Absolutely.
And then we have shout-outs for people who just completed races this past weekend.
We do.
Yes. JoJo completed the Magnolia Half, and she said it was hilly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm very interested in that one.
Yeah.
I really am. So we're going to have to look at that one for next year.
Yeah. And she
But now that you've said hilly,
I know how you feel about that. But she persevered and accomplished the goal, and then so congratulations. And then the very next day she was like, snuggling in her bed, which was awesome. So congratulations to that. And Jessica's in line at Disney, but this past weekend she was busy.
Yes, this is someone who is living the Runcation lifestyle.
Absolutely, 100%. She started in her hometown by doing a 5K and earning an age group award. I believe it was second, but correct me if I'm wrong, Jessica.
I believe it was the Publix Run for the Arts.
Yes.
Which somehow completely evaded my radar.
I totally missed it as well.
I didn't know it happened until I saw social media posts about that.
We dropped the ball. It's been a little bit of it's been
a week of prep for us. We had travel, plus we had work.
Yeah.
And then we're getting ready for travel again. So we were like back-to-back travel.
Yes. And speaking of back-to-back travel, Jessica also did on the very next day the Rockin Rib Run 10K over on the other coast of Florida. So
we'll have a story about that and be talking about that on next week's episode.
Perhaps.
At least for a little bit.
Yes.
More to come.
Perhaps. Either that week or the following. I don't know. So
on an upcoming episode.
Yes.
There we go.
On an upcoming episode.
I'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
I will not fix it in post.
No, we won't. But you know what we mean. Dawn B. Disney got to run a race with her sister, and she hadn't in quite some time. She got to run the Running of the Elves 5K. They got to run it together. Love it when family runs together.
Sounds very festive.
Yes. And I have to tell you, I wish on our soundboard we had massive applause sound effects, because our newest patron is also a marathoner. Officially a first-time marathoner. Jennifer Fink got her kicks on Route 66.
Very nice.
Becoming a marathoner. Congratulations. You rock. Applause, 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 applause.
That's the best I could do for applause sound. Sorry.
So I just said the word applause because I couldn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. I saw some of her photos about that. That's super cool. Congratulations to everybody for all of your accomplishments.
Yay.
This week.
They're talking about the weather.
Yes, it would appear
in the chat.
It would appear in the chat they're talking about the degrees of cold across the country, and currently looks like Jessica is having 57-degree weather up in Orlando.
Well, we're pretty cold
and
here.
We're a little chilly here tonight as well.
We're a little bit warmer, I think, than she is up there, right there. But at any rate, you know the drill. If anybody wants shout-outs in the future, info@runeatdrink.net.
That's info@runeatdrink.net.
Or call and leave us a message, much like our president, executive producer in charge of hashtags did for tonight's episode at 941-677-2733.
That's 941-677-2733.
Which is incidentally the number for the live call-in.
When it's time.
When it's time.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And speaking of, we just congratulated Jennifer Fink, and she just dropped into the chat on YouTube.
Were her ears burning, do you think?
I hope so.
We talked about you getting your kicks on Route 66 and thanked you for being a patron as well. Yes.
The Finkster, great job. JoJo wants to know who pissed off Mother Nature. Truth.
Ding, 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 ding. We don't know.
And Jessica's confirming she placed second in her age group from 50 to 54 age over the Edison Bridge, which is here in Fort Myers.
Yes, and I think that Jennifer Fink is talking about her strategy for the marathon. She did 15:30.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Using the run, walk, run method.
Yeah.
We've started the discussion about cold weather. It looks like John Schroeder's having some chilly weather, 48 degrees in Palm Harbor, Florida.
It's happening all across
the country. Yeah, the winter's here. It's no longer winter is coming.
Well, yeah, but Florida's going to turn around and not elect to participate later.
Well, true. That's probably exactly what will happen.
That's it. So, I think Jessica has to dip out for a while. So happy Thanksgiving, Jessica.
It's 42 in Huntsville. And Jessica, you go have fun.
Yes, let's talk running. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
Really? We're talking about what we're thankful for in terms of running. And, I mean, what are you thankful for, Dana?
Oh, we're going to start with what we're thankful for instead of training updates.
Oh, we could do training updates first. Yeah, let's do.
Okay.
Dana?
My training update's fairly simple, which is I've been kind of laying off of most of the running. I've been hitting the gym a little bit more, doing strength and resistance training, trying to let my left Achilles chill out because it doesn't like me right now. Yeah. So, better, but not perfect. Yeah. But all in all, not bad. I am not going to allow myself to not do any running this coming weekend. So I'll be doing some running while we're away traveling. Okay. I don't want to not get mileage in ahead of the Jeff race in Atlanta.
I understand that.
So unfortunately, that's kind of where I'm at.
My training update just happens to be that I'm doing, I need to make up a long run, and I missed I missed it this past weekend, and I've been working on cadence drills, acceleration gliders, and working on doing repeats, quarter-mile repeats. So
very nice. And you've been every morning up knocking that out.
Yeah.
So I see the improvement.
Well, we'll see if there's improvement later.
There's going to be improvement.
Yeah. So shall we? I am thankful for our Runcation Nation.
Oh, well, without a doubt. I mean, I think that goes for both of us.
Yes.
You know, we are incredibly thankful for all of you. You know, the support, the encouragement, the shared motivation.
Oh, yeah.
That we get from seeing what all of you are out there doing on your runs and your training, that you're accomplishing goals like, let's say, Jennifer Fink becoming a marathoner.
Right.
You know, that type of accomplishment. And for those of you that are getting up and running for the first time, you know, we had the opportunity, and I mentioned this 2 weeks ago on the show. Yeah. When we had the opportunity to meet that young lady and her husband at the 5K at Disney. And Holly. Yeah, Holly said that, you know, she listened to our show. We're a large part of the reason why they're there. We helped get them through the pandemic. And being able to do that.
It means a lot.
You know, was something that just really kind of hit home for me.
Well, and you mentioned meetups. There are also being able to meet up with, let's say, Christina and Bill from Metal Chasers.
Oh, absolutely.
And Jessica at all of these local races that we have been lucky enough to see her at and have her run us in on the finish at because she is just so speedy and so talented.
She's a beast.
Yes. And we met up with John Schroeder, the fellow podcasters.
Yeah, and that we've been able to make these connections and build this community and be a part of the community and, have the community, forget the running for a second, the support and love and the outpouring of caring when we were going through, personal tragedy this year was tremendous. So I for me, I couldn't be more thankful for this group, for people listening, for the people watching. We absolutely are so thankful that you guys choose to tune in and listen every week.
And I happen to think that we have a listener upstairs listening tonight, in Rob.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So cheers to those who are gone and who we miss, but we know they're up there with us. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, we've been lucky to meet fellow podcasters. We've been lucky to be on their shows and their live streams, and it is just amazing. And the amazing people that we've met and had a chance to, I don't know, fan and fall all over. And yeah.
Well, I mean, we did have some pretty unique moments. Our first race of the year outside the state of Florida was about as far away from Florida as you could get and still be in the United States. That was, of course, our time at the Anchorage Run Fest. And we got to reconnect with the mayor of running, Bart Yasso.
Well, we connected with him virtually the first time. It was amazing to sit right there with him.
Yes.
Or be across from him as you filmed. And just, I mean, wow, like running royalty and being able to see Jeff just a couple of weeks ago at the first Run Disney race and seeing Marco's inspirational talk in Alaska, too. Speaking of Alaska.
Having our first interview of somebody in a different hemisphere.
And time.
Well, we've had time zones before.
But time and day.
Yeah, well, actually,
in the future.
Yes. When we talked with Catherine Switzer, another running icon.
Uh-huh.
And she came to us live from the Shire.
From the Shire, he said.
From New Zealand.
From the Shire. Yeah.
That's where they filmed it.
Yeah. And I was so glad that she and her husband and so many other people like Marco, like Meb Kefleski, like Bart, that so many, and Chris Twiggs, so many of them contributed to Jeff Galloway's virtual Get Well card.
And seeing people in the Running Drink podcast community, the Runcation Nation, rally around Jeff when he had his recent medical issue.
Yeah. So there's a lot to be thankful for. And there's so much love in our community and people who meet each other as a result of our show. And I just there's so much love for each other and so much love for, like you said, like for Rob here in the chat and just, I mean, running brings people together, and some people you meet on the course or you meet virtually in live chats and are just some of the best people that you've never met before.
Absolutely.
You're so lucky that running have brought it into your life.
Yeah.
So into our lives.
Without a doubt. And it's funny because we've said that before. Some of the nicest people you've never met are fellow runners, virtually. Mm-hmm. And it's really, really been true. I mean, whether it's these people we're talking about, these running royalty, Bart and Marco and Catherine and Jeff, Amanda Napolitano, not running royalty, but she's a running organizer machine.
Also a Boston qualifier.
She's amazing. Chris Twiggs,
chief training officer for Galloway.
Awesome. I mean, and everybody's just so incredibly nice. And then, we, get to meet other people. Like, you mentioned, like Tina, when we ran with her.
Yeah.
We get to go actually run with somebody else. I'm trying to think of all the podcasters that we get to meet as well. I mean, this has been so great.
Mark and Dwayne from This Is Life.
Not
James
a running
J.
podcast,
Williams.
but we kind of cross over, and it just ended up being, so great,
Yeah.
And James and Sarah.
James and Sarah, the Will Run For folks. Shout out to Aaron.
And we got to meet them.
Yeah, we got to meet them. They drove to Sarasota. They met us halfway when they were on vacation. And Aaron, happy birthday to you. You turning 40 and running Space Coast. Awesome to hear that, and hope you have a great race this weekend, by the way. So, I mean, things that the Crescent Lake Club crew that we got on the live chat with, not once but twice over this past year.
And just had a blast each time.
Yeah. So
and on, and and Katie in the chat, she's going to have me on talking James Bond here sometime soon.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just super excited, and it's been an amazing year.
Yes.
In spite of everything else going on in the world. And
we do want to we can't wait to get some of our fellow podcasters here on the show, like we had the Will Run For on the show. So we can't wait for other crossovers and things to come.
And we're working on it.
Yeah.
So,
are you hungry?
I am. Talking about all this running, you know what the effect it has on me, especially since I'm getting down towards the bottom of this first beer asterisk.
Listen.
I call it a beer asterisk because
it's not. I mean, it's a non-alcoholic.
Exactly.
Yeah. But if we're talking eating, what are you thankful that we got to try this year?
Oh gosh. Well, I see what your notes say.
Well, I can go. You think. I'm going to tell you that we got a recommendation from a listener, from Mark Zwatko. And he said, you have to, if you're going to be in Alaska, go to Simon and Seaford. And you have to get the crab, the king crab. And he did not steer us wrong. And that is one of the highlights because I had longed for it and looked forward to it for so long. And I don't know if part of that is just being back in Alaska at that race weekend, but that was some of the most delicious crab that I've ever had. So I have to say, there are lots of other things that we've had the opportunity to eat. Kristen is in Orlando too.
We're seeing some messages pop up in the chat.
Yeah. Hello from MCO. That's the Orlando airport. So she's there just like Jessica's in Orlando as well. So we're saying thank you to all of you. And we're talking about what we're thankful for in eating in this segment that we've had an opportunity to try this past year. Yeah. What about you? If you had to pick one thing, what would you pick? James J. Williams wanted me to say the Thanksgiving feast from last Thanksgiving. That's what he wanted me to say, I'm quite sure. Well, have a safe trip, Kristen, flying home.
Well, I mean, it's hard to beat that, where you can literally carry an entire Thanksgiving feast in your pocket.
I mean, and have the perfect bite. Happy Thanksgiving, Cheryl.
Well, it's been a tough one for me because I've spent so much time doing the 75 hard challenge twice. So it's been almost 150 hard.
Like I didn't join him for part of that.
But I think one of the most enjoyable meals that I had, while similar in total content, you mentioned Simon and Seaford's, which I am a huge fan of. I really enjoyed our steakhouse dinner.
Oh.
In Tennessee.
That was great.
At the Peddler.
Yes. And
that was a combination of the ambiance, the location, and the quality of the food that we got. And I'm a huge, you guys have heard us talk about this. I'm a huge fan of the classic American steakhouse.
I love it.
So
I love it.
Going there, enjoying a freshly cooked steak, having the salad bar, kind of the traditional.
It was nostalgia.
Very much so, in a very good way.
And I agree.
And the food from beginning to end was fantastic. So I think that's one that I'm definitely very thankful for. I'm also going to get a little bit sentimental and say that I am actually, and I'm probably just outside the window a little bit. But we had the opportunity to go to Kojak's Barbecue.
Oh, yes.
On one of their last weekends that they were open in Tampa. Now, they have since announced that they are reopening in a different location.
Somewhere else.
Yeah. Yes. But that was the last opportunity that I had to eat at that location that I grew up eating at, first of all.
Yeah.
And it was the last opportunity that I had to have a meal with my sister before she passed. So that was, for me, something that I was very thankful for. This is a restaurant that we have covered on the show.
Yeah.
So I got to have that memory with her and of that place. So for me, that was probably going to be the hard one to top.
I have some great pictures of the two of you there, and that it was a great meal, for more than one reason.
But their barbecue is amazing. Just saying.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's very good. I'm glad to hear that they're reopening.
I am too.
Yes. Oh, Kristen, she said she's thankful. Kristen, my most enjoyable meal was the scallop appetizer from Raglan that we recommended.
Oh, the scallop forest.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Kristen. And for anybody listening, the Scallop Forest appetizer at Raglan Road at Disney Springs is a series of, I believe, either 6 or 8 very lightly fried or battered deep fried scallops.
Yeah.
With an amazing dipping sauce. That's kind of if I remember correctly, it's kind of like a almost a creamy aioli. Mm-hmm. And
when we had it,
those shrimp or scallops are enormous. Mm-hmm. They're always plump and tender and juicy. And
yeah,
I'm glad that you liked the recommendation.
Yay!
And it's gluten free.
Yay!
I didn't realize.
So
we're working on finding more gluten free options.
We're trying. We did that beer from
the beer we talked about on last week's episode. Yes.
Yeah. So, we've talked food.
We have.
Should we talk beverages?
Let's talk beverages.
Yeah? So, I mean, I think you're going to have a similar problem that it's with the 75 hard challenge as you had with the food.
Well,
Am I saying that right? You know what I mean?
Well, because of the 75 hard challenge and there's no alcohol on said challenge, it does make the alcohol choices to, the fewer and further between.
Well, I mean,
but we've had no shortage of other options this year as well.
Well, and I saved a shout out in terms of the running community for the drink segment of our show, because we have so many people here. We have between 8 and 10 people at any one time here in the chat live here on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. The basket or the crate that we got had beer in it, had coffee in it. Our Runcation Nation introduced us to some great coffee, some great beer.
Which we're still working our way through. All of it.
Yeah, and of course the basket had flowers and pillows, and they were
other goodies.
Yes.
Assorted other goodies.
Yes, to your point, that they were celebrating our podcast anniversary and also supporting us in a very difficult time, and it was amazing. But I mean, we had king cake coffee, we had so many expedition roasters, so much from Black Rifle, from Death Wish, from Caribou, and
community coffee,
that king cake coffee and that caramel. And there were so many that Dawn sent us, and so many that everybody sent us over the year.
Yes.
When I got this new job.
And we're still working our way through. I mean, we are we are tasting our way through. We'll be bringing some more of those back once we level out where the morning coffee chat might be, whether it's going to be a daily thing or maybe a weekend thing. We'll bring back some tastings of the coffees because we still have some we haven't even touched yet.
Yeah, it's quite true. Although I did like the can of whoop ass.
That's coffee.
Yeah.
Don't edit us. Don't give us a explicit tag, Apple.
It's the name.
Just saying.
It's the name of the coffee. So, and also to meet the guys behind Clever Bean, because Clever Bean makes a great coffee.
They do indeed.
And a cold brew. Great cold brew. So Dennis and Creighton, that was tied to the drinking portion of our show. So Dana, do you have other things that you're thankful for in the realm of the drink segment of our show?
Well, I do. It's a tough one because even though we haven't had a lot, or over the last 6 months, I haven't had a lot of alcoholic beverages, we still had some amazing craft beer.
Yes.
Whether it was, we've had plenty of great stuff here locally. Fort Myers Brewing.
Oh, they're so
always
great.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Scotty's Beer Works locally. Big Storm Brewing. Very good beer.
Have a safe flight, Kristen. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, travel safe.
Yes, as people going down out of the chat, you may hear us in the episode say.
But and then when it comes to specialty cocktails, again, the cocktail game at places like, even locally, again, Nice Guys Pizza.
Of course.
I was so happy
of the best
this
craft
year cocktails
that they named a drink for me.
Named a drink for Amy.
I felt so special.
And, that we always have great food and beverage, especially food, but also great beverage at, the Columbia restaurant in Tampa.
They're so great.
Or at Eulalie. Anything from the Columbia Restaurant Group is always phenomenal. Oh. So it's
goody.
It's really hard to say for that one. I'm
around this time they opened the brand new restaurant in the Pasta Factory.
Yes, Casa Santo Stefano. And that actually was going to be the one that I was leading up to, which is I want to say it's the 1925 Manhattan there.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the one that kind of is the standout for me for the year. So that one is kind of the one that I just, you sip and you savor that one, and it's just fantastic, and it's just such a relaxing cocktail in a beautiful environment, made for a great meal.
Oh, all around, yes. So,
but I mean, it's hard to ignore things like Anchorage Distillery and their.
I loved the drink you got that was pink that actually used the liquid from soaking chickpeas.
Yeah, the aquafaba.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was interesting to me.
That was the Barbie Girl.
The Barbie Girl, and it was so good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
They did a great job with that. They made an absolutely incredible ghost pepper vodka that would be perfect for, Sunday brunch when you're doing Bloody Marys.
Oh, yeah.
So I just think,
that paired with Colin and Annie's Sundays Bloodies. Yeah. was another great one in terms of the drinking portion of our show that we got to have an opportunity to chat with them.
Indeed.
In the youth of the company getting off the ground.
Indeed.
Or the business. So, yeah.
So, yeah, I think that there's plenty in terms of food and beverage to be thankful for. Mm-hmm. And, you know, kind of as we close out that segment, you know, unfortunately here locally, we did lose this year an amazing restaurateur, the founder, the head chef of Nevermind Awesome Bar and Eatery, Shannon Yates. You know, I am also very thankful that we had the opportunity over the years to have so many amazing meals there at his restaurant and spend time talking and hanging out with him while he was there, and he'd plop down and sit and hang for a little while. So,
and I love that he was on our show too.
Yes,
when he was nominated for a James Beard special award competition with the special sandwich competition, that he actually talked to us about the sandwich he created, the burger, and how he just what a talented guy.
Absolutely.
Kind, and it will be absolutely missed. And he had some of the greatest craft beer on tap there. And
always and amazing cocktails.
And always innovating in every way. So that's one thing I'm thankful for. Now, this is, of course, the segment of the show where we're gonna start talking about what you guys are thankful for. And I already see a couple of comments in the comment section. Of course, if you didn't get a chance to email us what you're thankful for, please drop it in the comment. It can be about anything. Yes.
Whatever you're thankful for. It doesn't have to be running, eating, or drinking. Whatever you're thankful for, we'd love to share it.
Yes.
And then in a little bit, we're going to open up the phone lines and take anybody who would like to call in. Jennifer Fink actually dropped a comment, and she said that she's thankful for all the meals at the grandparents' when I'm here. It's the best homemade country food tonight. We had meatloaf.
I love meatloaf. My mom used to make meatloaf. So great. So comforting.
I was going to say, I don't know if it's better hot and on the plate with mashed potatoes and gravy, or cold in between two slices of Wonder Bread.
I don't know, but
I mean, for me, that's just a thing that takes me right back to childhood.
Yeah.
And Darlene is commenting saying Sunday's Bloody Mary is awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Jennifer Fink says she makes gluten-free pancakes out of her protein shakes.
Interesting. And creative.
It is very creative.
Innovative. So cheers to that.
Absolutely.
So
you've got some emails that were sent in.
I do. I have 3.
Okay.
Before we go to the phone.
In the meantime, while you're doing that and you're queuing that up, I'm going to pour our second beverage for the episode.
Yeah. So Susie Beck was one of the first to send us an email. Hi, Amy and Dana, she says. I'm spending Thanksgiving with my sister and family in Las Vegas, and I will try to make it to the live show, but just in case I'm not able to, I'm thankful for my Runcation Nation family and the incredible friendships that have come into my life. The Runcation Nation family would not even be a thing without the Run Eat Drink podcast, so I'm incredibly grateful for you, Amy and Dana, for having come into my life and make such a powerful and positive impact. I love you all, and I wish you and your families the very best Thanksgiving. Thank you, Susie. Thank you.
That is so sweet. Thank you.
So great. It's so great. We have another message.
Before you read that,
yes,
I want to let everybody know what the second beverage of the evening is, because it's different. We are keeping with same theme, however, and that is non-alcoholic beers. And tonight we are having one that caught my eye. This is Samuel Adams' Just the Haze. Just the Haze.
I see what they did.
Hazy, juicy, non-alcoholic IPA. And there is, in fact, writing on the back of the can that I cannot see.
Should I?
you could feel free to, look it up and tell the folks in the audience about it some.
Okay. Hold on. Are you laughing at me?
You got locked out.
What?
You got locked out of your iPad there.
What are you laughing?
Oh, Josh is providing us some great color commentary.
Oh. Just the Haze, Samuel Adams.
Oh my. That is very
You'll
citrusy.
never know it's non-alcoholic. A good beer always hits the spot, but you don't always want the buzz. So we made a world-class IPA for beer lovers that just happens to be non-alcoholic. We remove the alcohol slow and gently, saving all the flavor for you. Rotate in this hazy, hoppy, non-alcoholic IPA. This hazy, hoppy, non-alcoholic IPA to your drinking sessions and get more out of your days, your nights, and every cheers in between.
Very nice. Well,
cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, the Finkster.
Looks like Jennifer Fink is going to jump out.
The chat.
See you later.
So, we had another one that is from my dad.
From your dad?
Yeah. I think you have to read it.
I'm going to have to read it because this one might make Amy a little mushy.
Yeah.
The message from Amy's father says, I am thankful for my family, a wonderful wife who faces health battles every day and does not give up. Thankful for 2 wonderful daughters, a beautiful granddaughter, 2 great son-in-laws, our dog. Thanks for our home and job. Thanks for God who loves and provides for us, for a country that will recover with God's help. From the current assault on our founding principles, there is an old saying, the more things I am thankful for, the more things I have to be thankful for. Thanks God for you and your love. And that's from your dad.
That was nice. Is Don B. Disney just coming in?
Don B. Disney is here in the chat over on YouTube.
We were bragging on your coffee earlier.
We were very. Amy's obsessed on the king cake.
I am.
Coffee from Community Coffee that you sent us.
So Meg, Main Street Miles Meg, also submitted an email with quotes attached from Simon Sinek.
Yes. I'm reading his book right now, one of his books right now.
Yeah. The ability of a group of people to do remarkable things hinges on how well those people can pull together. And the greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members.
That's from Coretta Scott King.
Yeah. So she sent those quotes along with this message. Hi, Dana and Amy. I just wanted to send an email just in case I can't make the call-in show for Thanksgiving. I hope she's still in the chat. I don't know if she is. It's almost call time, Joanne. Hang in there, JoJo. I'm so grateful for all that you both have done to build this wonderful community over at Run Eat Drink Podcasts, live chats, and Runcation Nation. This community has definitely helped me throughout the chaos of almost the last 2 years. For that, thank you, and more than you know. Special thanks as well to Running Through Wonderland Jen, Josh, JoJo, and Susie, to name a few. Your constant support and encouragement is something I am eternally grateful for. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. And no, I truly appreciate you. Love, Meg and Brian.
Oh, thank you.
Yay. Yay. So those are the emails we got.
Those are.
And shall I play Josh's message?
Play the message. Okay. And you guys are going to have to let us know if in the chat if you're able to hear it. It will be in our recording up in the feed. So here is Josh's message.
Good evening. As we gather together with our families and with our loved ones, whether they be next to us or whether they be across international borders, may we draw them closer. Love them, cherish them. To those that have brought us laughter, to those that have been with us through our sorrows, to those that we welcome in our lives and have yet to welcome in our lives, to those that we are thankful for, and to those that we do not know that we are thankful for yet, and most of all, to those the wonderful people we call Amy and Dana, what brought us all together. And I just wanted to say that if it was not for you two, most of us would not know each other. So we owe you greatly, and we are thankful for you, and we hope that you all have a wonderful holiday season, and as we look forward into a 2022, that it is one of our best years yet. Thank you.
Yay!
Fantastic. We're working on the technology, so I'm glad that seems to have worked. And I believe that Facebook does the live subtitling over on Facebook, so that's super helpful.
Yes. So,
but yeah, Josh, thank you so much. I mean, you really hit every point I think that you could want to make.
Yes. I mean, we have Rhonda Lee, who makes our show international, as does Hannah over there in the UK.
Yes.
She drops in every now and again. But, I mean, across the states, and we're so thankful, and we're thankful for even those we haven't met yet.
Indeed. And
like Josh said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that, now is the time. If anybody would like to give us a call and talk about what they are thankful for, the number's up on the screen. It's 941-677-2733. And we'd love to, have you call in. Just tell us what you're thankful for, and we'll, get a few in. We've still got a few minutes in the episode.
Yeah.
So if you've got the ability and you don't worry, we'll edit it in post. If you're worried about how you might sound, I won't edit it in post. Don't fall for that. But it's okay. You're amongst friends. If anybody wants to call and talk about that, I just think it's wonderful that we're even able to do this, that we've been so fortunate to have the capability to do these things. And
if you just tried to call, try to call back.
She had something, she had a setting wrong on the phone. See, the technology, the users and the technology are, we're still learning.
Yeah. So if you did call.
Oh, yeah. No, you had one.
I had one. Yeah. See, I missed it. Hey.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hello, wireless caller.
Hey, it's Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Hello, Katie.
Yay. Welcome to the Running Drink Podcast live.
Thank you. How are you guys doing?
We're good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to call and say happy Thanksgiving, and I love you guys, and I'm just thankful for my family and you guys and everybody in the Runcation Nation.
Yay.
Oh, Katie, thank you so much. We are thankful for you. We love your show. We love that you jump in and help build the community over here for us. Yes. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with you and talking James Bond very soon.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to do that. We'll have to figure out a day after you guys come back when we can actually get together.
Absolutely.
That'll be great.
I've loved movies all my life, and so to meet a kindred spirit through the podcasting world is amazing. So thank you for
Thank
that.
you. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I love movies, and I just figured that's why I started the podcast, was so that way I could show my love for movies, and maybe if there's other movie lovers out there, they could find something that they would like to watch.
So it's a shout out for Popping the Popcorn, which you can find on your favorite podcast app.
Yes, and you can also find me on YouTube now, too.
Yay!
That's right.
And you just hit a milestone on YouTube, did you not?
Yes, 100 subscribers.
Yay!
Boom. All right.
So I will be doing a drawing here soon. I just have to get the prizes, so I will be posting that up soon, too.
We'll be looking forward to that.
Awesome.
And then I just wanted to say, have a great night, guys, and I'll
Have
let
a
somebody
great
else
night.
call in. But I
You
just
too.
want to say I love you guys.
Oh,
we love you,
Katie. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, Katie.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Take
have
care.
a good night.
You too.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
It worked.
It works.
We now
know it works.
I was going to say we now know it works. I don't know that I would go so far as to say we now know what we're doing. Let's
That's
not
right.
get carried away.
We may not.
Yeah, we've got a few more minutes. If anybody else would like to call in, we'd love to hear what you guys are thankful for.
Yeah.
You know, share that if you feel comfortable doing so.
It's JoJo.
It's JoJo. Okay.
Welcome to the Run Eat Drink podcast.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Lady.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. Happy Thanksgiving, JoJo, and thank you so much for being an awesome inspiration and supporter.
Well, I don't know about the inspiration part, but definitely a supporter.
Yes, you.
Do not.
I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to you guys and to the entire Runcation Nation.
Yes.
And to let you guys know that I am so thankful and honestly blessed that you guys came along. And somehow, I don't even remember to this day how I found you. But I'm glad I did because you've given me a running family.
Aww.
And a lot of, I think I've only met one of the Runcation Nation, and that's Susie. And we clicked right away. But
Oh.
I have not met anybody else, but I feel like I know the majority of the people. And like I said, you guys have become my running family. And the support that everyone provides, whether it be for running, eating, or drinking, or
We like to support all those things.
I know. Yes. Yes.
or, you know, just with family stuff going on, we're there to support one another. And that came through with, you know, the good things and the, you know, the not so good things with people passing, family members passing, and that came through. So I just wanted to say thank you for bringing us all together. It's funny because we are so much of an eclectic group with different backgrounds and different personalities, but somehow we all come together and click.
It's so true.
It is absolutely true, and I love that you got that from the genesis of that was just listening to us and finding us. I'm so thankful that we were able to be a part of that.
Yes. And
I know, I can't imagine how bored I'd be if I didn't find you.
And shit, you know what I love about you is everywhere you go in all the races, we see you sporting the Running Drink podcast swag, and you're part of the coffee crew, and you're wearing the coffee crew shirt, Dana. And I don't think it would be. I don't think we would have that if it wasn't for everybody who jumps in on all of our live chats, and just it's such a great group that contributes so many things. And JoJo, you're a huge part of it.
What's funny is that you say the coffee thing, and I don't even drink the stuff.
Yeah.
And I find myself, you and I have messaged back and forth. I find myself searching on Facebook for coffee memes to send to Amy so she can post them later.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so thankful for that too, because I'm like, hey, this is great. They know me so well. JoJo knows me so well. Everybody knows me so well with the coffee. But I think it's just, it gives us a place to be together where we can all support each other.
Well, and I think we all accept each other for who we truly are. And that's a rarity. You don't find that in a lot of groups. There's a lot of judgment. I'm not saying there's no judgment, but there's a lot of judgment and, with a lot of groups, and it's, if you're too different, then it's like, oh, no, we don't really want you. But somehow, like I said, we're all accepted, we're all different, but we all come together. Mm-hmm. I was going to say for the common cause, but there's not really a cause other than coming together and running and eating and drinking.
Well, yeah. I mean, what's better than that, right?
But I look forward to continuing, to do the runcations and to meet everybody.
Oh, I can't
And
wait.
I'm looking forward to the Jeff Galloway. I'm definitely looking forward to Donna.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be our bigger group.
I think so, and I'm looking so forward to that. I don't know if the restaurants can handle us.
I was going to say, we have three core topics: running, eating, and drinking. If you're not a runner, maybe you're a human being that likes to eat food and drink things. We got you covered.
Well, and you can be a walker too. You don't just have to be a runner.
That's it.
No.
That's it. And
you can do it all.
We're okay with that. So, well, thank you so much.
But like I said, I just want to call in and say I truly look at you guys and the Runcation Nation as a blessing in my life. Oh. And, it's how, you have some hard days. Oh. Y'all work, things happen, life happens. Yeah. And it's nice to kind of unwind and have which we miss the coffee chats.
I know.
But
I know.
The live. So I do like your idea, though, that you said this weekend that maybe make a coffee chat once a weekend. Just saying. Yeah. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Say no more. Say no more. I got it. I got the reference.
No, truly, I do believe that you guys are a blessing, at least, like I said, in my life. And I love the support that we have for one another. And, that's pretty much it. Well, so I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And look forward to many more races. And that's about it.
Happy Thanksgiving, JoJo. Thank you for calling in, and we can't wait to meet you at some future races that are coming up really fast.
Really soon.
Yeah.
Just be a couple of weeks.
Less than a month, guys. Yay. Less than a month.
So here's to that. And have a wonderful Thanksgiving, JoJo. Thank you for calling in.
All right. You guys too. Have a good night.
You too. Aww.
So great. Now, I think that we've got time for one more if anybody else would like to call in. Yeah. We don't want to go too long and, have this be like a super duper sized episode. We know this is going to be a busy week for most people cooking and prepping for the holiday.
Well, Rhonda Lee already had her Thanksgiving.
I know. Rhonda Lee classed this place up by making it international. We've got one more here, and this is John Schroeder. John, hello. East of the Rockies, you're on the air. That's a reference to the old Art Bell radio show.
How are you guys?
Hey.
How are you, sir?
And hey, we know
I'm doing good.
So somebody is trying to call in. We will get to it. Yes.
No, I just wanted to call in and jump on this awesome train of kindness that is going on. Just mirror, what everybody else has been saying. You guys are just two awesome humans. And I am so blessed that we met 3 years ago in Cape Coral.
Can't believe that. 3 years. Wow.
3 years.
Wow. Time flies.
Good old Miramar. The good old Miramar location of, a big storm. There's some great times there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those that don't know, John is a patron of the show. He's also one of our earliest supporters. Mm-hmm. He was the manager for Big Storm Brewing here in Cape Coral and has since moved on to bigger and better things for him. This community has lost a great resource in him. We didn't lose a friend, but now we got to drive to see a friend.
Yes. So it gives us an excuse to runcation
up in the Tampa Bay area.
Yes. And I can't thank you enough for supporting us the way, and to think that it just started with me reaching out to you and you saying, yes, come and talk about beer. Yes, come and talk about coffee. Let's hang out with some great people. And we're so lucky that you're in our lives.
So kind, so kind. I'm blessed that all these amazing people in Runcation Nation can experience what I've been able to experience all these years. Just doing some fun things with you guys, and it's just been a great time. Absolutely great time.
Thank you, John. That's so sweet. And you know, we're the lucky ones. We've had the chance to meet amazing people doing this, and you know, a lot of it is due in no small part to, you know, your early belief in us and then your continued support of us. But, you know, you're also just there for the texts and the phone calls to say, you know, hey, thinking about you. Hey, you know, we know it's rough around the holidays or whatever the case may be. Yep. And you've been just amazing. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
No, it's been fun. Dana, you've taught me so much. You know, I moved down there. I didn't know how to really run a business or a brewery, and you were just instrumental in the city and connecting me with some amazing humans. Donna, I miss Donna from the chamber, and you know, Nice Guys Pizza. I mean,
another patron of the show.
Those tacos lit me up.
So good.
But it's just been fun. I'm so glad that everybody else gets to experience you guys, because you're awesome. I love you so much.
Thank you, John.
Oh, we can't wait to see you again very, very soon.
For sure. Very soon. Very soon.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll be in touch. Right, but guys, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving if we don't talk to you before.
We're glad that you're up there.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and I hope everyone has an amazing time with their families, and hug them and just cherish them and have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're so glad that you're going to be able to spend it up there with your family. So happy Thanksgiving to you too. We love you and thank you. All
right, guys. See you later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
That was very kind. Again, we got to meet John and get to know him locally, and then he's moved. Thankfully, that distance didn't create distance.
Not too far.
No.
He's not too far.
But that distance didn't create distance.
I mean, he helped us discover the Boozy Pig.
Oh, the Boozy Pig in Tampa.
That was awesome.
That's another one I could have been very thankful for. Now, we had one more caller that was trying. If they wanted to call back, in the next couple of minutes, we'd love to take that last call. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up as we're heading into like the hour and 15-minute mark. So give it a second, see if they can call back. Otherwise, in the meantime, this episode's going to go up into the feed tonight. It'll be in the feed in the morning.
Yes.
For the Tuesday morning download, of course, we have all of
Wednesday,
our.
But it's holiday week.
Oh, wait,
you know what I mean.
I'm sorry. I'm a day behind. Yeah. It's going into the feed today. I'm sorry.
Later tonight, early in the morning.
Anyway, but we have every episode up in the feed. You can always get those, by going to runeatdrink.net. Click on Listen Now. You can listen or watch the old video episodes. They're right there. Of course, you can find us everywhere on social media: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the things. We
need to step up our game on TikTok.
And it looks like this will be the last call of the evening. Hello, caller. I can't see the phone.
Hello.
Is that Josh?
Is that Josh?
No, it can't be.
Executive producer in charge of hashtags. Could it be?
There it is. He is the executive producer in charge of hashtags. Yes. This is Josh.
Soon to be CHO. That would be Chief Hashtag Officer.
Chief Hashtag Officer. I like it.
See.
Yes.
Will there be? Will there be meetings?
Yes. Just wanted to send out a shout out to. Here's some 1,400-mile beer runs.
Oh yeah.
Here's the great food with friends. Here's to my Chicago family trip if you're still listening.
Aww.
Here's to here's to Rob. Here's to Dana's sister. Here's to everybody that we have unfortunately no longer have the opportunity to hear or enjoy the experience, but we have their memories. And to JoJo's comment, I fully accept your judgment. I accept everybody's judgment, and I simply just do not care. But I wanted to say thanks for everything. Just thanks for everything. There's no two other words that can sum up, what we all feel on these episodes and the coffee chats and everything. Is just thank you. And those are two words that aren't thrown around enough, in my opinion. I'm thankful for my job, thankful for my great living space. Thank you for just thankful for everything. And to find, if you'd have told me 2 years ago that my life would be completely changed and I'd be moving from Chicago to Alabama, I'd have called you a damn liar. Oh! So, sorry.
No,
sorry.
It's okay.
So, anyway, here's to you both. Here's to the Runcation Nation.
Yes.
Here's to our lovely people in Nova Scotia, in the UK. And here's to everybody around the world that can experience you guys either by accident or by recommendation. And just thanks for everything.
Thank you so much, Josh. We are so grateful to have you as part of the Runcation Nation and as a longtime supporter. And we hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving
and happy birthday.
Yes, happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It was a great birthday weekend, and I got to spend it with Jennifer in Gunnersville. It was a great little place, great lake resort town, great 16-ounce ribeye coffee rub. Please do try it at Rock House Eatery.
Love that.
So good.
Oh, love that.
Yes, so good.
Yes.
So
good.
Yes, please do go out and enjoy and enjoy life. Explore life. Live life.
You only get one. You got to live it up while you can with the people you care about and
That's right.
your tribe, your community, and it's the Runcation Nation for us. So, Josh, you're a big part of it. Thank you.
I'm more than happy to be here, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy to, absolutely. You too as well. Have
and
a great
we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Bye. And we'll see you soon at Donna.
We will. Well, that is Josh bookending the live call-in section. So
indeed.
Everybody, we want to thank you so much for taking some time to come and hang out with us and share the things that you're thankful for. I think that if you can take anything away from this episode tonight, it is you knowing just how incredibly thankful we are for all of you and how much all of you mean to us.
Yes.
That goes for those of you listening and watching who we haven't met yet as well. So if we haven't met you, if we haven't talked to you, please make a point, drop a comment, send us a message, info@runeatdrink.net or
info@runeatdrink.net
or 941-677-2733.
941-677-2733. I'm pretty sure you'll hear it on the outro as well.
You will. So that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Run, Eat, Drink podcast, Thanksgiving edition live.
We did it live.
We did it live.
Well, thanks so much for watching and listening and joining us and participating and calling in wherever you joined us, whatever you were doing. Thank you so much. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. I'm your host, Amy.
And I'm your co-host, Dana.
Stay safe, stay well, and we will accomplish, explore, and indulge with you really soon. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Run, Eat, Drink podcast. We're having another great year thanks to your support. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're at Run, Eat, Drink Podcast. And on Twitter, we're Run, Eat, Drink Pod. You can also give us a call at 941-677-2733 or send us an email at info@runeatdrink.net. Visit our website at runeatdrink.net and click on the subscribe link so you don't miss a minute.
Find out how you can support the show at patreon.com/Run, Eat, Drink Podcast. Accomplish, explore, and indulge right along with us. We'll talk to you next time.